In 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 70 of the Nintendo Prime podcast. Now, for those that are listening audio-wise, you don't even know what's going on. Video-wise, all that beginning stuff's going to be cut out eventually anyways. It will be. It will be. YouTube has a system for it. It just takes a couple days for it to actually render it out. The big thing that we were having audio issues heading into this episode. And the reason we were having audio issues heading into this episode, I'm not really sure exactly what happened because nothing. So the only changes between when we went to start the show and not was that I cable managed. I didn't even unplug the cables. I cable managed. And it might have added some interference. And then all of a sudden, when we went to go live, one of the USB ports on the Rodecaster wasn't being recognized by the computer. And we couldn't figure out why. And the funny thing is, we're like, oh, maybe there wasn't enough bandwidth, but we've always used this setup. In fact, it's back to the original setup. So I don't know what happened. Now, look, the whole reason I had to do this, I had to add extra audio lines in to get Mike in. He might not be as, I can't prevent Mike from peaking right now because he's on a completely separate virtual line coming off of Discord. He's not running, but he's not running through the Rodecaster on my side like he usually is. At least for you guys. He is for us, but not for you guys. Because the only way I could get that to work would have been to kill the stream and restart. Now, some of you guys might go, well, you should have killed the stream and restarted then. Probably, in hindsight. But you know what? We had 60 plus people watching live, and I didn't want to just lose a whole bunch of you guys to our tech issues over here. Now, this is the first major tech issue I've had since we got the Rodecaster, and it might not even be the Rodecaster's fault because I cable managed. And, you know, when you cable manage, it's normally fine, but the thing is I'm managing like HDMI cables together, multiple audio cables together, cables that have power running through them, cables that don't have power running through them, and they're all closely together. And I could safely say the HDMI cable is probably the only thing here that actually has a shield on it. The rest of these are pretty much unshielded cables, which could have introduced some interference. Now, the big question I have is, when I put the rug back down, does interference come back?
Turn the fan on.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't the fan, right?
It wasn't the fan, right? Hold on. Yep.
Wasn't the fan, right? I can turn that on? My God.
And now we're starting crackling again. No.
I swear.
Oh, Lord. This could be interesting.
Hold on,
okay, rug back down.
The rug's going back down in 3, 2, 1.
Fans on, rugs down. Hopefully we are still good.
Are we good? That would confirm that the issue was my cable management.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because it got clear as soon as I did the cable management and plugged everything back in the way it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, is everything good? I sat back down. I know there's a little bit of delay. We're streaming in 4K, so there's a little bit of a delay. So, I'll let you guys tell me that we're still good with the fan on and the rug back down. Because I don't think the rug did anything. The rug shouldn't introduce interference. There's nothing.
Static.
Yeah, that would, I mean, maybe, I guess. But it's rubber on the bottom.
Yeah. No, I know.
It's got a rubber bottom. It's anti-static. Yeah, okay, it's still good. So, it wasn't the rug. Can confirm it was my cable management that screwed it up. So, I'm just not allowed to have nice things.
No.
I want this to not be a rat's nest, and instead it has to be a rat's nest or it doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah, that really sucks ass. Mm-hmm. Just being completely honest, the cable management was clearly the problem because it tightly wound them and caused. Wait, John, are you serious? You better not be kidding right now. You see what John posted in the chat?
Yeah, I saw that.
What
But
did he post?
Is that a serious thing?
I don't know.
It is.
Ooh.
Okay, guys, we're gonna watch this video together. Wait, I don't know if we can. I don't think we can watch it together.
We can. We just have to add Mike's audio back in, right?
No.
What?
No. Not that part. I don't know if I can play the audio off my computer.
Oh. Well, we can find out.
No, I mean, here, I'll find out quick if I can play it. Because this is breaking news in the Nintendo community. Let me try to get this going. I'm gonna make sure that I'm connected through Bluetooth here. I don't know if the Bluetooth off of here is gonna play for you guys. It'll play for us. But let's see. I got to see if it comes through to you guys, or I have to add another audio source. So let me play a song, I guess. Here, I'll play Mike Odyssey's video earlier today.
There you go. Now watch Mike copyright claim it.
I shall.
I'm not even hearing it coming through my end.
No, either am I.
Oh, that could be why.
Muted?
Yeah.
Nice.
Even then.
Still nothing.
Where's it going out? I don't know. Where is the audio going?
This is a rough one, guys.
I honestly don't know where this is going. Hold on. Where's my audio settings? That's not my audio settings.
This is podcast number 70. Behind the scenes tour of that happens.
Yeah, things happen. Oh, it's going up to the cam link.
Oh.
That would explain it. Okay,
Yeah, that would do it.
I could fix that. It's not going out through Bluetooth. All right. I said sound settings, not properties. Sound. And I want to choose headphones. Okay. Now when I play this.
Love giveaways. I do. It's free stuff. So I might as well to talk about it. And number 3. Oh, yeah.
All right. So let's get to what we were going to do. Guys, I please ask everyone be respectful right now. I don't care if you like this YouTuber or not.
Yeah.
This is a very serious thing that just got announced publicly. So we're going to
add, Mike's audio in there too.
No, I don't. I already did it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, what is that showing?
It's showing.
That is not what's on my screen.
It's showing this one.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, you know why?
Because you flipped it around.
Really? It was just working. Well, that's sad. I have one last thing I could do. I can plug it back into where it's supposed to be plugged in.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. That's a change, too, technically.
Yeah.
And that takes up a lot of bandwidth. There it goes. Got it. We got it. All right. We'll just make this big quick, and we're good to go, guys. All right. Here we go. So as you can see, this is from Switchforce. It says, I lost my editor, co-host, and best friend.
This is the worst video I've ever made. This is a horrible video that I never thought I'd make. I really hate bad stuff. I really hate bad news. I really hate being the bearer of bad news. And I haven't had much. I've been real lucky. We got robbed at E3 a couple years ago, and that sucked, but like, you know, stuff is replaceable. The channel got hacked and shut down. Got it back. Just YouTube. This one, I'm still trying to understand and figure out how I bounce back. And I don't even really know how to talk about it or how to say it. I hate that I hate that I have to tell you. Like I think I've delayed this video because it just makes it really official. But last week, my editor, my co-host, my best friend, and what I'd consider my brother in this wild and crazy existence, he passed away. Unexpectedly and suddenly and without any warning. Gabe was quite literally the best human. Anybody that met him, there's no doubt about that. The guy exuded love and generosity and kindness better than anybody. And if you've watched Switch Force or Ghost Robo, you know that he was my best friend from the day we met. It was around the launch of Mario Kart 8 on Wii U 9 years ago, and we talked every single day. We just had a perfect connection. We would text about TV shows, tease each other about our sports teams, support each other through like the good, the bad, the really bad. I was always there for him. He was always there for me, morning, noon, night. We talked all the time. And I knew, even when my parents got divorced, I don't talk to my dad anymore. You know, stuff happens in life, people come and go, but I knew Gabe would be there for me no matter what. And it's unlike anything I've ever felt to lose that. I'm so sorry to so many people because he really made such a difference for so many. And I know a lot of you love the videos with him. You talked to him. You watched him. Just such a great guy. Gabe was generous to an extent that he would sacrifice himself, his well-being, what he had to make sure others were good. And he just had that heart that cares and cares and cares. And no matter what you do, no matter what you say, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be reliable. He's not gonna give up on you. He's not gonna let you down. And it's so weird to not have that. I hate death. It scares the heck out of me. And I've never really had to deal with anything like this. And it's been really weird. I don't really know how. I've gone to text him a bunch of times. Like I'll play something or I'll see something on Twitter and I'll be like, oh. It's awful. And of all the people on this planet, he did not deserve this. There's so much that's behind the scenes that Gabe has overcome and that he's gone through, and he came out like a freaking all-star every time. He pushed through, he overcame, he grew, and he did it with a smile on his face, and that is just remarkable. He was a remarkable person, and we had so many good moments. In fact, I don't think we had a bad moment. And so I'm trying to focus on feeling so lucky that I got so much goodness over the last 9 years, that I got PAXs and E3s, and then I got Christmases, and then I got visiting each other's families, and then I got all of our late night calls, and I got so much of that. And I'm trying to really just walk through all of that and remember all of the fun, all of the jokes, all of the good moments, those times that like we just clicked so well. I mean, he literally edited every episode of Good Morning Mario. He was on every episode of Switch Force in the beginning, and we were so dang in sync. It's irreplaceable. Selfishly, it's horrible to know that 99.9% I will never have that again. We'll never have that person that is just like you're just firing in the exact same way, right? You just, your thoughts and your feelings. And the best part about knowing Gabe, the best part is that with Gabe, you could be 1000% yourself. Like, think about the gift that is. right? I could be happy, sad, upset, frustrated, let down, complaining, immature, serious. You felt safe, you felt secure, and you felt loved and cared for. Gabe would just text all the time, "How's your night going? What have you been up to today?" That is such like a simple thing that I feel like nobody does. It's just a simple check-in, even if you've already talked to the person that day, because you care about their well-being so dearly. And it was such a blessing, is such a blessing to have had that for so long, to have somebody that welcomes you as you are and embraces you as you are and will be there for you and will be the same for you wherever you're at, up, down, all around. Like, it didn't change. And I don't think I fully realized that until now, that like, no matter what, he was like my rock. Like, he was that person for me no matter what. And I know he was a person like that for many other people as well. There's not a single soul that met Gabe and didn't love the guy. I have so many stories I could tell you and so many moments that define who he was. But he was just the best. And I will miss him forever. Thinking that my eventual future kids won't know him is awful. But I know that his love and his care and his spirit will always be with me, and I will take that forward. And I know a lot of people will take that forward, and it will inspire and empower to be our very best. And I don't know how this really goes. I imagine I'll be sad about it forever. I'm sure there'll be days where it's up and down. I will probably continue to try and text him out of habit for a while, and I'll probably feel an emptiness, maybe forever. Yesterday I played Gotham Knights, and my demo ended, and it sounds so silly, but I just felt so... It was just so pointless. Normally we would talk about it, and we'd go over our thoughts, and we compare, like all that stuff, and it just... The void, like it's just there. And I'm going to continue making videos. I'm going to keep things going. I don't want to stop. I know Gabe wouldn't want me to stop. I like being productive. I like keeping my mind busy, and I don't see any benefit in just sitting. I don't think that's helpful in any way. I know a lot of you will say, like, take time, and I really appreciate that. But what I want to do and what's best in this situation is just to carry forward. And the videos, they might come at different times. You might notice some inconsistencies. There will be a period where it's, maybe not perfect. And there will be a forever where I'm without my guy. It's so wild to experience finality. I don't like, it's like, I for me, it's just unlike anything else. There's always one more. You can always bounce back. You can always get him again. You can always make tomorrow better. That's how I think. It's how I live. That's how I try to, practice what I preach. This one's different. And what I'd like you to take away from it, besides the beautiful soul that Gabe was and is to please be kind and loving to those that you care about, and please show them grace and gratitude, and please don't hold grudges. Please don't hold anger please go out of your way if you can for those that you care about and that care about you. It's something out of like movies or TV shows, but things can all be gone in a second. I guess it's cliche for a reason, right? We have what we have right now, and that's it. So, man, hug those people tight, all right? Be good to others. Help out where you can help out, and make the most of every moment. It's okay to have down days, sad days, wasted days, whatever. But do your best to be your best, to make the most, and most importantly, just love. I feel so good, if I can call it that Gabe and I were on such great terms, that Gabe was in a good place, that he was happy, that I was in a good place, I was happy. Man, I miss the guy. I never thought that I never thought I'd do this without his presence involved in some way. And maybe in a way I still don't. Maybe he's still watching the videos. But I love Gabe a lot. And I miss him a lot. And I'm, again, so sorry to have to be the one to tell all of you. But keep his family in your prayers, in your thoughts. Initially, I had a hard time even, feeling sad myself, because I just felt so sad for them. I can't imagine, that situation. But in a lot of ways, I know I want to, and Gabe would have wanted me to carry on positivity, carry on love, carry on happiness, and he would tell me, like, don't worry about me, you gotta do your thing. And I'm not ignoring it, I'm not downplaying it, but I'm gonna do my thing. And I will be the beacon of positivity and fun and light that I can be, and try to be that for you in all these videos and what I do in my, the rest of my days, and make the most of it, and just I think I just want to live from love as best I can, as long as I can. And I think if there was ever a person to look to as a model for how to try to be, how to try to treat others, how to treat those you love, how to treat those you never even met, Gabe was a pretty damn good model. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to just end it, because I would probably go on for hours. I think when I get nervous or upset or sad, I just talk and talk and talk and talk. So you get it. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your care. Thank you for your kindness. And a big thanks to Gabe for being the best friend anyone could ask for. The best partner for this silly job and all the antics that we had. I'll love him forever, and I'll miss him forever. But I know that his impact, he made his mark. Everybody he met. We'll never forget the guy. We never.
Welcome to another great episode of...
All right, that was Zach from the Switch Force. For those who listen to the audio version, I guess I probably didn't do a good job introducing what was happening. If you're watching the video version, it's obviously a lot more obvious what we were dealing with there. Zach from Switch Force. Don't really care if you like the guy. Good. Everyone has their favorite YouTubers. Everyone has their YouTubers they don't like. I totally understand likes and dislikes and thinking of clickbait and all this other stuff. I get accused of some of the same things. But that was Zach from Switch Force describing losing his best friend suddenly last week. Don't know what he passed away from. Not any of our business to know. So don't even, if I could say anything, don't speculate on it. It's for him and his family and Zach and all of his close friends to worry about. The only thing I heard in there, if people want to even think about something like that, is that he's been battling something for a while. Whatever it was, don't know, but he wasn't supposed to go as suddenly as he did. So, for those who don't know who Gabe was, Gabe used to be a co-host on Switch Force. He also helped out a little bit on the Ghost Robo channel back in the day. So it used to be him and Zach running Switch Force for a while, and then Gabe stepped away as a front-facing person, and kind of quit the channel. But then he came back as an editor, and as he mentioned, was editing every single Good Morning Mario episode, over 300 episodes. I've only ever interacted with Gabe once. It was when some Switch Force fan base people were coming at me claiming I copied a video. It was kind of funny because he talks about news and I talk about news. Sometimes we talk about the same topics. In fact, I would probably say often we probably talk about the same topics. Switch Force, that's Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Prime, Nintendo. Like, obviously we're going to cover a lot of the same topics. But Gabe stepped in on Twitter because I was getting kind of frustrated, and he said some stuff publicly about how, don't worry about it. Those aren't the real Switch Force fans. Zach's not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Everything's all good. We all know how content creation works. And then he DM'd me behind the scenes, just to say some kind words. Out of respect for his passing, I'll keep those kind words to me because they were a DM. Obviously, if he wanted them said publicly, I'm assuming he would have just said it publicly. It is obviously sad and sudden to find out about his passing. Obviously, we found out about it literally after we fixed the podcast. We had audio issues and all this stuff. We get it running, and boom, the video drops. I wish nothing but the best for his family, his friends, obviously for Zach. As he mentioned, expect some flubs with this content. The guy was editing every episode. So now Zach's obviously doing that himself. Or maybe he's hiring somebody else. I have no idea what his plans are, but loss is hard for everyone. I think you can see it on our faces. Eric, he's dealt with a ton of loss in his life. I didn't really know what loss felt like until more recently in my life when I started losing some family members. I obviously have no idea what Mike may or may not have experienced in his life because I don't know him like that. But it's important to remember that, the only thing we know for certain is we have this one life to live. Maybe there's more. Don't know. Maybe there's something. Maybe there's an afterlife. Maybe there's not. Maybe we're reborn again. None of that is for certain. Faith, beliefs, love, God, Buddha, whatever. The only thing we know 100% for certain is we are here right now. So try not to take that for granted and live your life in the happiest way that you know how, as long as that happiness isn't detrimental to another human being. Because what fun is it to be happy if it ruins somebody else's happiness? You guys have anything you want to add?
I don't know. I can't really talk right now. Just it being 10, 11 days out from the anniversary of the accident that I was in.
Want to
Yeah.
Do you want me to explain it?
No, it's fine. I can get there eventually here. No, the morning of October 16th of 2006, that was me my senior year of high school. I was in sorry guys. I was in a serious accident. Our bus, who we were coming back from state marching band competition, and we hit an overturned semi. Lost 5 people on that bus. Our band director, his wife, his granddaughter, our student teacher, and our bus driver, who I knew all of them very well, very close to, basically family. So, it's coming up on the anniversary. So it's always hard to hear, other people that, I understand what he's going through. It's just hard to hear, hard to talk, and I've been feeling, not gonna lie, I've been feeling kind of like shit lately, but, just kind of, not the greatest thing to do, but I kind of bury it and just kind of push through each day. And, yeah, it's 16 years out, so it's it's ways out there, but it still feels like yesterday. Not gonna lie, it's rough.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dive too much deeper into that. I didn't go to the same school as him. I wasn't on the bus. I wasn't anything. I was at his house that night, but that's another, some of the people that passed away I knew too. And it was obviously not quite as tragic for me because I wasn't there. For me, it was a lot more tragic when my grandfather passed, even though he was older, because I was in the room when it happened. But it's never fun. Obviously, I knew the anniversary was coming up. You know me, I just try not to bring it up because I know how emotional it gets. And
and I've always been able to talk about it.
You've never had a problem with that.
No, it's I do get a little choked up. I do get a little bit depressed, but I have never had an issue talking about it. So it's and I appreciate the words, guys. But it's tough.
Yeah. So yeah, I as I said, the only I honestly don't even want to talk about my experiences. But I've known some loss. I don't want to get too much into it though, to be honest. Some of it's extremely private. So, but yeah, that's kind of the thing when you hear a story like that from someone in the Nintendo community. It's one of those, like, you don't have to like the guy to feel the realness in what he's saying. Mm-hmm. Because if you've ever experienced loss, you know the emotions he's going through. Like, I sat there the whole time and I kept wondering, who's going to be the asshole that watches that and says, "Oh, he made it all about him."
Oh, there's going to be somebody out there.
His experiences with his friend are his experiences. How is he supposed to talk about it? He can only talk about it in that sense because he's not his mom, he's not his dad. He didn't raise him. Mm-hmm. He's not a sibling. He's a best friend of 9 years, so you can only talk about the impact it has on him.
Also, John, you're fine. This is actually big news in the community right now. So you do not feel bad for bringing this up. It is important to cover. So
yeah, no one needs to feel bad about it. Obviously, it wasn't in the plans tonight, and it throws the whole podcast off. But it doesn't matter because nothing's more important than in this world, anyways, than life. And what we choose to do with it, and the things that we choose not like Gabe wanted to die. So if nothing else, in moments like this, I think it's just a nice reminder to live your life to the fullest, and try not to get too down on yourself when life gets hard or life gets bad, because it's really easy to get down on yourself. Oh, it's a rough day at work. My kids stressing me the hell out. Everyone's super chat like crazy, so I can get buzzing. Ain't gonna fix the problem. It just makes me feel good in the moment. But it's important to remember, like I try not to think about it too much, but I had a heart attack, and stuff like that, and I don't think about it a lot because it's something that happened to me, and so I'm not the one that would experience loss in that moment if something would have went that way, but trying to imagine like how it would impact everyone else, Eric and even Mike now, and obviously my kids who I don't even know if they could even understand, and Yulia. So there's just a lot of things that I think we take for granted at times, because we just assume that there's always a tomorrow. There's always next week. Hey, there's no E3 this year, so we always have E3 next year. Well, E3 might happen. Doesn't mean that I'll be there. So that's what I got. Mike, you want to add anything?
Everybody has gone through loss. I've been through my share of loss. I mean, the only thing that I can say right now, because there really is nothing you can say nothing you can say can change what our friend is feeling right now, what he's going through, or Gabe's family. But at least what I do, what I can do, and I'm speaking for myself. And I'm sorry, guys, if I bring this up, because I know it's a lot of different beliefs around the world, and we all have to respect everybody's beliefs. You believe this, I believe that, but everybody copes the way they cope, right? Everybody recovers, and everybody because the heart can be broken, and even though it hurts, it heals, and there's a scar that stays there that reminds you of that hurt, right? I myself, through the pain that I've been through in my life, when it comes to losing best friends, I've been there. When it comes to losing a brother, I've been there. Parents divorce, I've been there. Homeless, I've been there. You know what I mean? I personally decided just to put my trust in God, and that works for me. That helps me. That makes me feel like I'm not alone, through the hell that we've been through, because in this world there's a lot of bad stuff, and that's how I choose to take this. And all I can say is that I'm gonna pray for Eric, for Gabe's family. Pray for everybody who's hurting right now, because there's nothing that we can really say. There's really nothing we can really say to make things better. It's happening. It's there's hurt, and yeah, like Nate said, we just have to take it one day at a time. Appreciate every day. Never go to bed upset with nobody, no matter what. Kiss your kids, your mom, your parents, your brother, your sister, no matter what. And take each day like if it were your last. Because if you live each day like if it were your last, then you will take that time to be right before you walk out of the room and say I love you to the person who means the most to you. And I want to take this time to tell Nate and Eric, you guys mean a lot to me too. You become my best friends here on YouTube. So if I haven't said it, I don't have friends. I literally don't have friends. You guys are my friends. So you become my best friends. If I don't say it enough, I want to make sure that I say it now. Because you never know. Nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed to us, and all we got to do is just appreciate every moment we have. So yeah. I mean, I'm gonna pray for the family, and I hope that God sends them peace, healing, and they could recover from this, but not forget, because I know Gabe was an amazing person. And yeah, my heart goes out to I'm blanking out, dude. Um, um, to Zach and his family, you know. Um, yeah, that's it.
Ditto, Mike.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna attempt to do what Zach said Gabe would want everyone to do. Put a smile on, push forward, and keep on keeping on. And just from the brief conversation I've had with him, I know that he would not want me to end the podcast in just talking about this. So
Yeah.
let's keep on keeping on and at least get into a little bit of what we got to go over here in the next half hour or so. So let's get going with what we normally start the podcast with, and that's what have we been playing lately. And I'll go first for once. Holy crud.
Yeah.
Holy crud. So the game I've been playing, I had to look at the name quick, is Europa on Nintendo Switch. It actually released on Steam originally. I have a video coming out on this game, I believe on Saturday, if not Saturday, then Sunday. And it's just a fun indie game. You guys know I don't play a ton of indie games, but I'm having a lot of fun with it on Switch. I think it's the perfect game to fit on Switch. It's hard to really explain this game. You go watch a trailer on it. It's really cool, or you can just wait for my video this weekend and you'll get a pretty good idea what this game's all about. So I've been playing a bunch of that. Madden as well. I got to the Super Bowl. I lost. But hey, I took my Green Bay Packers to the Super Bowl. You know what? I don't want to lose, but the real Green Bay Packers, you can go to the Super Bowl and lose.
Be all right.
I mean, if you get
Par
to
for
the
the
Super
course
Bowl
right now.
and you lose in the Super Bowl, at least I could say you made it back to a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers. So now you did.
He's got to at least match Favre.
You at least did what Favre did. He
Yeah.
went to 2. Granted, it was back to back, so you can't match it, and he got 3 MVPs in a row, which could be matched.
Could be.
Could be. I don't know how the hell he's going to pull this. His numbers right now aren't great, but he is 3-1, and if he doesn't lose a game the rest of the year, who the hell knows?
Yeah.
But I think it'd be hard pressed after the last playoffs to win a 3rd in a row. But you know what? The NFL isn't the NBA. They don't seem to hold the playoffs against you for MVP stuff. So we'll see we'll see on that front. I did not boot up. So this is the first week since Splatoon 3 launched. I did not actually play it. I feel kind of guilty about that. I need to get some matches in. But a lot of that's because I've been pondering on Zelda a lot. Tears of the Kingdom theories roaming in the head, making me wonder if I should make videos on my theories. I know a certain someone in the chat would love for me to make theory videos on Zelda, but it's not really what we do here. But there's some stuff percolating. I have, and yes, the video going dark. I forgot to adjust the brightness on the TV. So yeah, the video sometimes goes dark because this camera's autofocus is the worst. It's having a hard time focusing on all of us. So the way to fix it is actually for me to turn Mike down, the brightness down, and then he ends up actually looking the way he's supposed to look, even though he looks really dark for us, and then we end up being fine. But yeah, so it does occasionally go dark. Sorry about that. That's one thing the new camera that we get for the video version anyways will help fix, because we had none of those issues during Prime Gaming Fest. So it's just limitations of the technology we have. That being said, yeah, I guess that's mostly what I played. I feel like there's something else in there I'm forgetting about in the moment that I played over the weekend. But that's just going to have to wait until I remember. Mike, what have you been playing lately?
So, it's funny because last time I mentioned that Joey CJ was like, "Huh, you're trying to become a Zelda fan." I don't know. I am a fan already, but I'm trying to get better at Zelda instead of calling them spiders or like robot spiders. Call them what they are, right? Is it guardians? Am I saying the right way?
Yeah.
Right. So yes, I got it right this time.
Guardians.
What I'm doing is
Galaxy.
I bought Skyward Sword when it came out on Switch. I picked it up. I played it for about maybe like 2-3 hours, and then just didn't play it again. But this time I went back to it, started playing again, trying to get. I normally play a game for the fun of it. Breath of the Wild, believe it or not, was the first game that I kind of played and got into the story. I got into the story more with Breath of the Wild more. I started researching more. I still don't know everything. I probably know only 10% of it. But I went back to play Skyward Sword. Playing that now. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and replay Breath of the Wild, but in what is it called? Master mode.
Master mode.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna try to 100% that in master mode to see if I can. By the time that I finish Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild, then we're closer to to the sequel. And I can just kind of finish it right there. With the time that I get, finish it right there when the next one comes out. And I've also been playing a lot of Mario. Mario's my thing. Mario's my jam. I know the entire story of Mario. See, Mario and Luigi were little kids. They had their parents who were also named Mario, and then they lived in a village where Princess Peach was the little girl that almost died when she was little, and that's where I leave it.
All right. Eric, what have you been playing lately?
My Switch is here.
I know.
'Cause I was playing.
And he actually played it.
I did. I was playing Shredder's Revenge again. Through level 15 now, I believe. So I think I have from what I've heard, 5 more levels left or something like that.
I think so.
So getting there. Yeah, it's played a little at lunch today and then played a little bit before the podcast and just kind of chilling. And
So you had a complaint. What was the
oh
complaint?
yeah, freaking it's minor, but
It bugs you though. Those
it does
small
bug me.
things that get you.
It does bug me. The challenges.
Yep.
It says don't get hit by the level more than once, but the second you get hit once, you lose the challenge. That's not more than once. They don't understand what the concept of more than is.
What game are we talking about?
Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, one of the challenges in there is don't get hit more than once, but what it really means is don't get hit.
Don't get hit
But
once.
I've also seen don't get hit. So that's the part I don't understand too. I've also
it's a broken
don't get grabbed more than twice. You get grabbed twice, you instantly lose the challenge. I'm like,
So everything's off by one.
yep, you were. Yeah, they forgot to set
There
it
you
to
go.
zero. It's the off by
Everything's
one.
off
Yep,
by one.
it is.
I wonder if there's
It
an
is.
update for the game. It would tell you on the home screen if there was an update though.
It would have downloaded.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause I have auto
Are
updates
you
on.
Are you on Wi-Fi though?
Yeah, I had it on at work. And I was playing it at work for lunch.
Yeah, that is pretty annoying if all the challenges are off by one. I
Except
don't
except for the,
remember because I didn't care
don't
about
get
the
hit.
challenges when I played it. But
I'm just trying to
I know
complete them.
this is how you
But
play. This is how you play.
I mean, if I don't, I don't. But it's one of those. But it just kind of like all of a sudden I noticed and I'm like, wait a minute, I got hit once. It says don't get hit more than once.
Yeah.
Do they not understand the concept of more than?
No, apparently not.
Ugh. So that one just kind of got me a little bit.
So that one got you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not mad. Just like, what the hell, guys? Come on. Yeah,
Okay, cool. So that's what you played this week.
that's what I played this week.
Awesome. Hey, it's a really good game. So,
It is. It is a very good game.
okay. So first off, I want to make sure. Hey, Bama Hut, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to everyone, and thank you, Double Cat, for the $2 super chat. We will get to that in a little bit here. In fact, we're gonna kind of speed through things a little bit here. We're gonna get to our first time. We're actually gonna like combine our first and second topics together because they're both Mario related.
Yeah.
So we're gonna kind of zip. First up is look. I don't know. Did you guys all saw the story trailer for Sparks of Hope, right?
Mm-hmm. Think so, yeah.
You think so, Mike?
You know me with my memory. Look, let me show you something.
I don't know what that is. Brain power gummies, energy, focus, and attention.
Yeah, I'm trying to to get better and focus on stuff. So I'm like,
Not all over the place, not so scatterbrained.
The thing is that when I play a game, I have fun in the moment, and then I'm like, I don't pay attention to details. I need to pay attention to more details.
Yes.
So I'm like, it's like when I watch a movie, I'm like at the end, like who was the main character? It was fun.
Sure. So the Sparks of Hope trailer, what it did is it was a story trailer. It's the first story trailer we have had for the game. Sort of when they originally showed off the game, there was a trailer that introduced Cursa, so you can argue that was a story thing, but it wasn't really that in depth. This one went a little bit more in depth, and basically the key point to point out is towards the end. Technically, this is only a theory.
Yeah.
It's not confirmable yet, but I feel like the evidence is pretty strong. People had been thinking this since Cursa was unveiled, but it was more so
that and the lack of another character.
okay, so the game has a ton of Mario Galaxy references, right? That's the Mario game it references. And so a key character missing is obviously Rosalina, right? Rosalina is a really, really popular character. Heck, it's in Mario Strikers for crying out loud. Like Rosalina is just a really popular character and has been since she got introduced in Mario Galaxy. And people just assume she'd be a playable character. And she's not, which felt really weird for a game that has all these references to Mario Galaxy. So why? That's weird. That's a really weird omission. Why? Okay, so we're letting Bowser be playable, but we're not doing anything with Rosalina. What's going on? Well, people speculated way back when that maybe there's a plot twist and Cursa is Rosalina, but it was just a thought. There wasn't a ton of evidence around it. It was more so, a few glancing looks at the art. Maybe. I don't know. Well, we got to zoom in on the face and eyeball of Cursa, because we only ever see like one eye. And the eyeball not only has the exact same shape as Rosalina's, has the exact same color iris as Rosalina's, has the exact same dark spot at the bottom and light spot at the top as well. And then when you zoom out more and look up, it kind of looks like there's a hair swoop that kind of matches Rosalina's. Now, again, this is still just a theory. Probably know it's rabid Rosalina. I mean, we don't really know for sure that it is Rosalina, but the most popular running theory right now is they kind of sort of heavily hinted that it's Rosalina, and that probably will be a plot twist. I don't know. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on it? I originally was going to show it off to you guys, but I forgot to bring it up. So
there's also the part where Cursa does hesitate when she has the spark in her hand too.
Yeah.
And then whatever must be cursing said character, like, must take back over her.
Or she's been evil all along.
That's possible too.
It's always possible. So I don't know. Let's ask our resident Mario expert. What do you think? Do you think it's a really cool idea if Rosalina was the bad guy?
Second, I'm just getting a text here. Nope, it's not.
Oh, you texted Miyamoto?
No, I texted the voice actor, so Rosalina says she's not in the game, so it's not.
But none of the characters talk in Sparks of Hope.
They do. They make the little noises. Ooh, Yahoo!
Yeah, they could just use pre-existing soundtracks for that.
Yeah,
you're right.
So you can text the voice actor Rosalina.
Hold on.
Record anything new for the game.
Hold on, Nate.
Listen,
this is just Mike flexing that he
Linda,
knows
Linda,
the voice of. Hold on, this is just Mike flexing that he knows the voice of Rosalina.
Yeah, this is just Mike
flexing.
He just wants to flex it. By the way, I can just text the person who voices Rosalina.
I'm gonna.
By the way, Mike, knowing how this. You can text her all you want. She wouldn't be able to confirm or deny. She'd be under NDA.
You're right.
There is also that.
I'm not texting anybody. I'm just picking it up.
You little bastard. I'm like, there's no way.
You're just flexing.
Even if she wasn't, she wouldn't be able to say anything about a game that hasn't come out yet.
I'm just looking up who is Rosalina.
You don't? Oh, wow. You don't remember Rosalina from Mario Galaxy?
I know who it is. I'm like, just looking up the Cursa one.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, I'm gonna look up that up. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I think it's an interesting theory. Obviously, the evidence is there. Not confirmable, but also she's a major character in Mario Galaxy, and there's so many Mario Galaxy references. It's like, how could she not be part of the game somehow?
Yeah.
And Cursa, okay, she could just be cursed, but who cursed her? Bowser's on your side, so he didn't do it. And maybe she's not cursed. Maybe she's been evil the whole time. We just didn't know. I have no idea. It's not like these are canon Mario stories, at least as far as I'm aware. Maybe Nintendo decides to make them canon.
Maybe it could be a continuation to Mario Galaxy, like Mario Galaxy 3.
Oh no, here we go. Now we're just saying, yep, Mario Galaxy 3 setting up.
I did find a list of playable characters in Sparks.
More like
Yeah,
more
she's
like
not one of
spin-off.
them. We already know all the playable characters.
Yeah, more like a spin-off to Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy.
They revealed, so they claim all the playable characters.
Yeah. Rabbit Rosalina is one of those, so it
Yes, Rabbit
shouldn't be.
Shouldn't
Cursa
be,
cannot be. It shouldn't be. That'd be a really interesting plot
There's
twist.
two Rabbit
No,
Rosalinas.
Rabbit Rosalina it just happens to be gone
Every time
Cursa comes along, and you just happen to have to notice that fact.
That's funny.
I mean, we know Rayman's a playable character
Yeah.
in the DLC.
Which is crazy.
Rayman was the enemy all along.
Yeah.
After
right.
you beat Cursa, you
Yeah,
can
right.
unlock the ability to buy the DLC, and then
Hold on. What if
Rayman.
you pass? What if you pass the game without the DLC? Does Rayman still show up?
well, the way it worked in the last game is you could just go play those levels if you wanted. You didn't have to beat the game, as long as you own the DLC, because it's like a separate story. It's usually a separate story, tangentially related but separate. But yeah, I don't know. Sparks of Hope. Obviously, we're going to talk a lot more about it, but we're going to kind of rush through the topics. I'm still really excited for the game.
Oh, yeah.
Still the pre-order day one. Probably be live streaming for you guys, at least day one. So
The only problem is I'm probably out of town
yeah, you probably are.
when that is going to get delivered, and that's going to piss me off.
Happens.
Yeah. Goddamn work.
Happens.
May or may not be. So yeah.
That's the way it goes. And even if you are supposed to be, then plans change.
Yeah. Oh no, it's still very on the fence right now.
So the other Mario thing, this one we weren't going to spend a ton of time on anyways because look, there's
not much to
a
spend time
direct
on.
for the Super Mario Bros. Movie happening, right, guys?
Tomorrow.
A lot of you guys, if you didn't watch this live, you're watching this after the direct already happened, so you already know more than we do. So I didn't feel like there was a point to spend a ton of time on this topic, but I did want to mention it's happening. They did release a poster. The poster looks really cool. There's a ton of references in it. Tons of references in it. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean the references have anything to do with the movie. You can have a lot of Easter eggs in these kind of movies, but it is cool.
Nope,
Like you
I found an official Easter egg.
What?
No,
Wouldn't anything in it be official?
An official literal Easter egg.
You mean Yoshi? Yoshi's
Yeah,
egg.
he's part of the movie. He's gonna hatch.
So there's a lot of cool
A
things in
little-
it. There's floating islands, and the castle is way up on a mountain hill thing that
I love
don't
it.
know.
I love it.
Everything
I love
is hyper detailed, but also still totally the Mario aesthetic.
It's so cool because if you look at the world, they made it like if it were a game. Like the world is designed just like a game would be because you see those little floating little
Yeah, they have
blocks
platforms, like platforming
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So like if people were just used to everyday life living in a platform game, like a platforming game, you just have to hop and jump everywhere and get to places like that, go through pipes every day.
God.
In the distance there's like a whole bunch of pipes like leading everywhere,
And I would be remiss because we had a super chat about it, Mario's butt.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That would. Yeah. I mean,
Mario's butt.
Mario's
We
butt.
got a flat boy going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
When Mario's always had a bit of a tushy.
Dude, I'm sorry. I was just so amazed on how he looked when it comes to the looking at Mario for the very first time, the real movie Mario for the very first time. His back, not his butt, but his back, like in the real.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I mean, the
real-
butt is front and center. To
It
be
is.
fair.
I mean, the real hair, like the stitching on his hat, how great it looks. Just the
How the
detail.
overalls look like jeans.
Exactly. Yeah, I was the crinkly wrinkled shirt. I love that. Like
It just makes people imagine what happens if Mario would be on PS5. Like, I see that comment. Like,
Well-
this is what could happen if Nintendo had a powerful system.
Nah.
yeah. I mean,
No, but I just loved it. What it made me question is, wait, what if they actually the next Mario game is basically in this world? That's what it makes me kind of in this world because they could say, hey, you watched the movie.
So
now
I
play
got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Usually, video game adaptations of movies aren't very good.
But it's Mario.
But Mario was a video game, but then became a movie. But then they make a video game adoption of the movie.
What if they make a movie?
What if what happens is the video game ends up being one of the worst Mario games, because they try to base it off the movie instead of their own original ideas.
Well,
Inception.
if they came out with the game first, then it can't be a worse movie or what worse game. But
Right.
'cause- I mean, remember, you know what? The one thing that I trust the most is that Miyamoto was behind all of it. You know, he's there.
But then if there's a hold on, if there's a Mario game based off the movie, would Chris Pratt have to voice Mario in the game?
Well, maybe it's not. Maybe that's where Charles comes in. You know what I mean? Because
Charles Martinez's in the movie. Whatever he voices in the movie, he can still voice it in the game.
but do you know that? Do you know that I think that Charles Martinet, the surprise for us is that Mario will still make sounds in the movie, and I think Charles Martinet will still
probably.
I think Charles Martinet will still be in charge of those
You
sounds.
mean
that
the woohoo?
yeah,
I
I
mean-
think that's what I think it is. I think Charles
okay.
will
I
do
will
the
say this: if it's like woohoo, and then Mario's like, "Hey guys," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry. Those are two completely different voices. What is going on?"
I have a feeling they're gonna do like a voice crack joke of some sort.
Like, it'd be so weird though if you had
Yeah.
the normal Mario voices and then you have Chris Pratt who sounds nothing like Charles Martinet. You're like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah.
But I mean, I heard that he went for some type of accent, but not exactly like Mario, but not also like Chris Pratt. So he did a
Well,
version.
yeah. He's not going to be Chris Pratt's It's one of those you'll be able to tell it's Chris Pratt, but it is an altered
Yeah.
voice. Like he took voice lessons to do whatever the voice they wanted him to do.
Yeah. So,
And I'm
but
sure
I,
so do the rest as well.
but I still think that Charles Martinet is still involved as the voice of Mario, doing some sounds, because normally that's all he does. He does sounds. Yahoo!
He could also be voicing some of the side characters because they didn't announce voice actors for the side characters.
Yeah.
And he does a
Yeah.
lot of those voices of those characters anyways. So if they have a really small role where they only say a few lines, well, why not bring in the original voice?
Yeah. I mean, but they don't really have lines anyway. You know, the cast, they don't really have lines, a lot of lines anyway. At least Mario. And that's it. And then we have Yahoo, whatever, and to me, Luigi, whatever, Waluigi. It sounded more like Waluigi. But
Well, now we got a movie, more lines.
that's what I'm saying. I'm so excited for this movie. You know, I'm not even gonna bash it. I'm just gonna go in there with an open mind, because man, this is Mario. This is history. This is not that 80s movie that well, it was okay when it came out because Ninja Turtles was like right around the area, so we were kind of used to the back graphics and bad, horrible looking movies. But you know, this is the Mario movie. This is like the baby of Nintendo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So man, I doubt that they're going to do anything that might harm the character, or Miyamoto might do anything that might harm the character. You know, and if you notice that the poster, that little village looks exactly like Super Nintendo World.
Sure.
Watch the
a little
movie,
bit, yeah.
watch the movie, visit the park, and play the game. Isn't that like a great like a great thing to market? You know, so I'm telling you, it's awesome.
Yeah. So I know the Mario butt thing was brought up by a super chat.
Yeah.
To be fair, guys, look, I understand that Mario's butt has always been a little bit more round, and there's an entire book written by Laura K. Dale about butts from Nintendo, including Mario, which is a really
Nice.
funny read.
Wow.
But here's
Nice.
the thing. Here's the thing.
Wow.
Most people that are kind of poking fun are just having fun. Nobody really cares that his butt is flat. It's kind of like when Solid Snake's butt went flat when he's always had a pretty nice rear end. All of a sudden, one game he doesn't. It's not really that big of a deal, but people like to make fun of something
This
like
is
that
an
because
ugly Sonic.
Nintendo has this weird thing. Maybe it's probably not even Nintendo. Gamers got this weird obsession with certain video game characters. Like, remember, like Super Mario Odyssey comes out and the story was all about Mario's nips because he goes shirtless in the one level. It's like, oh man, look, they put a lot of detail into those nips, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
it's like,
Wow, man.
it's like, yes, when men take their shirts off, we have nipples. Is that a surprise? Okay.
Shit. Wait, we do?
Mario is like the most
Oh shit, I do.
innocent character there is. Like when it comes to his design.
And I don't think any kids saw Mario run around and even thought twice about the nipples because they're like, hey, we all have them. It's whatever. Anyways, there was a possible leak of the front side of Mario.
I don't
by
want
the
to
way.
see it. Show it.
Well, you close your eyes because it's about to get shown.
Nope. Tomorrow's a direct, dude. Don't spoil it.
Nope. Too bad.
For those of you who click
So
away,
this
click
is
away.
the supposed face of Mario. Yeah, supposedly, because this is a McDonald's ad, and Nintendo does work with McDonald's on toys and all that stuff for Happy
What?
Meals. So this appears to be something that somebody who works at McDonald's took a picture of. It's advertising that's not public yet. It's just stuff they have in the back waiting, obviously, for the movie to be announced. It looks like maybe a calendar or
Yeah.
something. It kind of looks like maybe.
Disclaimer for the chat. Disclaimer for the chat. If you don't want to see it, turn away.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Too late
It's
now.
too late. It's already
too
out
late
there.
now.
But here's the thing.
Oh,
I look at it like this. We're about to see it tomorrow, anyways.
Yeah.
Seeing this image, some people don't like the face. Some people do like the face. All I can say is I don't think the face is really what throws people off.
It looks like a stationary set, just based on what
Yeah,
the
yeah. He's
Something
doing
calendar.
the
Yep.
classic Mario punch up, and it's the fact that it looks different than what we're used to in the video games. I don't think it's the face that's really throwing it off. It's the body and the way it looks. But in motion, it's probably fine. This is one of those where maybe the still is. It's almost like it's a little too realistic for some. I think compared to the cartoon version. But
Yeah, so
I think it looks fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I honestly think anyone who's got a problem with it, just wait till we see it in motion. That's what really matters. What's it look like when we're watching the movie? Who cares if a still screenshot might not look that great?
yeah, so I'm not looking at it right now because I hit the screen here.
Yeah, we're good. It's
well,
you might want to wait 30 seconds.
Yeah, you might want to wait a minute or two before you flip back, because
But
yeah.
I'm gonna leave it like that for the rest of the stream.
Okay,
Fair enough,
you do
yeah.
that.
I did want to say one thing though. When Mike said something about or you guys were saying something about imagine living in a town that's like a platformer there.
For those who don't know, so someone had a question: is Pratt only voicing Mario and all the rest CGI? Yes, the entire movie is CGI. It's all CGI.
Yeah.
The voice actors are just doing voices.
I heard there's a cameo by Garfield, which is also voiced by Chris Pratt.
Here we go.
Interesting.
Here we go. Next thing you know, Scooby Doo's in as well.
Yeah.
Also Chris Pratt.
Also Chris Pratt.
Don't forget, they're bringing back in the Cat in the Hat cartoon version.
Oh God.
Chris
Not,
Pratt.
not,
Mike
not
Myers.
the Mike Myers version.
Mike Myers. Oh
Not the
God.
Mike Myers version.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, next thing you know, the Grinch is in. From
Yeah, right.
The Jim Carrey Grinch.
Jim Carrey
They
Grinch.
found a way to get Jim
Yeah,
Carrey
right.
into this movie.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Christmas. I'm gonna open my gift tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be so surprised. It'll be awesome.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's gonna be-
Here's the thing. It's got a dedicated direct, which took me, just shocked me, because
Right.
all we knew that was publicly announced. There was going to be a teaser trailer at New York Comic Con, and there was going to be a panel. But sometimes the panels are kind of just wishy-washy. It's usually where fans can come up and ask questions, and it's a lot of non-answers. Like a lot of non-answers, because they're only really allowed to talk about typically whatever the teaser trailer was. Not really allowed to talk about anything else. I mean, sometimes because I presume the teaser trailer will have the debut of Mario's voice, you might get Chris Pratt to talk about what it's like to try to voice that character and what he had to go through for, you can ask him questions like that, but
I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
yeah, I know. But the point is that usually there's not a lot of new details learned this early with just a teaser. But then they said, oh, it's a full-on direct. So I'm like, oh, so not only are you getting New York Comic Con, you get a full-on direct, are we just going to watch the
Trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll watch the trailer, but like you don't need a direct just for a 90-second teaser trailer. And they're not calling it a mini. It's a full Nintendo Direct just about the Mario movie.
So this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna give us the premiere trailer.
Okay.
And then
Mike, we don't even get what happens. By the time people hear this podcast, it already happened.
listen. So yeah, people who podcast.
Hey, why not?
Listen. So premiere trailer, and then after that, they're just gonna show us the panel for 40 minutes.
So now remember, Mike hasn't gotten any of his predictions right in the past on these shows.
I
I'm just
did.
throwing that out there.
Segment 4.
Yeah, but what about all the other things you said?
What other things did I say? I didn't say anything.
You said everything else. I only said Pikmin 4. At this upcoming direct, Pikmin 4. That's it. That's all I'm predicting. Nothing else.
Trailer for says, the movie presentation introducing the world premiere trailer, not world premiere trailer, not teaser trailer.
Yeah, that's
World
what they're calling.
trailer.
So, but it was called a teaser trailer at New York Comic Con. So we get an extended trailer online, but at Comic Con they're only getting a teaser. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I think it's a trailer.
Nobody knows.
What time is the Comic Con thing at?
I don't know. It's in New York. I don't pay attention. It's not live. It's not a live stream thing.
Okay.
It's at
Fair
3
enough
p.m. over here. 4 p.m. over here.
Yeah. The direct is at 3:05. Why it's at 05? See, that's what makes me wonder if it is going to have the panel, because then that time might line up with the panel, and that's why it's 05,
Yeah.
not
3:05.
not 3 o'clock on the not 3 o'clock on the dot central. Now we'll be live streaming it. Obviously, if you're watching this right now, we'll be live streaming it over on the main channel. We already have the stream set up. In fact, when we end this stream, it'll kick you over there, so you can set your notifications for it. Or if you want to go, I don't know, I'm sure Mike's gonna be streaming it because he's like more excited than I think anybody in the world for this movie.
Dude, I wish, but I'll be working. But I'll be watching from. I mean,
So what you'll do is a stream later, live reacting to my live reaction of the.
of the live reaction.
But no, so yeah, you won't be able to get off to do it. But hey,
I
that
won't
just means
even-
Mike Odyssey's audience, you can come join me.
Listen, I won't even do a live reaction afterwards. I'm just gonna enjoy it. That's a fan.
Just gonna sit back and enjoy as a fan.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, you don't need to really talk much more because by the time this conversation is already relevant in like 12 hours. Well, a little more than 12 hours, but still.
So this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna watch the trailer, the full trailer, and then we're gonna hear the cast for a little bit, and that's it. And they're probably gonna announce a brand new.
That's it. That's it. We get 3 minutes and we're done.
And then we get a brand new.
That's a full Nintendo Direct.
Well, it says no game information
Yes,
will be.
no game information. No.
So Nintendo actually they what they say is no game information is no game information. They're setting the expectation. So they're probably gonna announce a Mario game.
So they're probably gonna. Announce the Mario game.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
right, right, yeah.
I have a theory that they might tease at the
Mobile
end.
Mario game.
No, that they might tease at the end because right, like you got to end with a bang. Well, the whole thing's about the movie, so what the heck can the bang be? It could be a major plot thing in the story or something, but I think they might end by saying, "By the way, a new Donkey Kong movie is now in the works," and that's how they end. That's how they
don't
end.
think so.
To let you know that there's another movie after Mario.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be the end credits for the Mario movie.
They're not marveling this.
No, it's gonna be the NCU, dude.
This
It's gonna be
is
NCU.
Universal. They don't do the Marvel thing.
No, they will.
Oh, but you never know.
I do know. No, they're not doing. It won't happen that way.
Let me tell
That's
you.
a
Let me.
great way for it to happen.
Nintendo's very traditional.
That's a
And
great
they
way
will
for it
let
to
you
happen.
know that there's
How-
another movie coming before this movie comes out.
Listen, Linda. How are they traditional?
Linda.
But they have never made a movie.
I swear. Okay, Karen, let's calm down. Let's calm down over there.
How are they traditional when they have never made a movie?
They have. They made a movie before.
They made a Mario movie before.
We've had a Mario movie. In fact, we've had a Mario Super Show.
That wasn't a
We had a
Mario-
Zelda cartoon. We had Captain N, and all of those things were announced.
That
So we
wasn't
knew
a
about
movie.
them ahead of time.
That wasn't a movie.
Mario movie was a movie.
Oh, that was a horror movie.
It's still a movie. Still a movie.
was a
I
horror
like that
movie.
movie. So you know what? You mess with me. That
was a horror
don't you
movie.
blaspheme one of my
horror
favorite movies
movie.
of all time right now.
Ooh, boy.
Somebody to Nintendo. They stole the logo from the computer and then slapped it on that movie. That's it.
That'd be a lawsuit. There's no lawsuits over that movie. They still sell it to
Yeah.
this day.
What the heck is wrong with that movie?
They still sell it to this day. Nintendo still makes money off that movie to this day.
I think I saw Beetlejuice in it.
Maybe. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
that's
There's
possible.
a lot of
Yeah.
background characters in that town. So
Man. And then there's no Peach. What happened to Peach?
Peach is in there.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Man, I don't think did you even watch the movie?
I watched it when it came out in theaters.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago, so you probably remember nothing.
That was the only time I watched it.
Do you? Yeah. So again, so you probably don't
Sometimes to
remember
watch
much. You probably don't remember much. Do you remember how they do the big jump?
Wow, dude. That was CGI'd.
That wasn't my point. That literally was not my point. Yeah. Guess what? So was the bomb that was a McDonald's toy. When it exploded, that was CGI too.
It was fun when it came out, but yeah, it's just
Dude, that movie was great. I don't care what anyone says, man. I love it.
I like the characters, you know. I love the characters. I mean, I was a fan of
Maybe it's because it reminded me of Ninja Turtles a lot.
John Leguizamo, and this other guy who was also in Home. Right?
Oh.
That's the same guy. No, it's not the same guy. It's another guy. He died.
Oh,
Yeah, he died because I actually wanted to get them on the podcast,
oh boy.
but they died. He died. Dead.
So our last topic is technically about Zelda. However, we're just gonna put this topic in the bank and save it for a rainy day podcast.
All right,
because we gotta kind of wrap things up a little bit. I have to still get my Prime 5 ready for tomorrow, which is going to be really awkward because my Prime 5 is dropping at the exact same time a brand new Pokemon trailer is dropping. So, Mike, by the way, I know you have your video coming. 8 a.m. Central, there's a new Pokemon trailer dropping. I don't know if you can wait
Dude.
to include that, but
I'm uploading and publishing by like 9:30 because I get into work at 10. So
yeah, it's cutting it real close to try to get it in, but I'm not even going to bother to get it in. So I'll just cover it in my next.
I'll leave it for the next day. Yeah, I'll leave it for the next day. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
But yeah. Anyway, so there's a brand new Pokemon trailer tomorrow. So it's kind of awkward that my video drops at the same time as everyone's talking Pokemon, and I'm like, hey, let's talk about what happened yesterday.
Oh, you can game explain it and just make a video with one topic like just to be first.
No, I'm good. I'm not game explain. That's not how we do things around here. I got a live stream tomorrow, a bonus stream on the channel. I ain't got time for additional uploads.
I couldn't wait to ruin the Mario face for everybody.
You know, it is fun when we're getting to the end of the podcast and I glance in the chat and there's my fiance and she's like, looking good. One, she bought me this shirt and she did my hair. I did this though. This is all me. I don't know.
Missed a spot.
Probably. And this podcast probably isn't really like almost 2 hours long because by the time I chop all the stuff out, it's probably like an
hour and a half. Yeah.
We've had a lot of tech issues. So one, I want to apologize to our live audience more so than the audio version because you guys won't hear all that tech problems. Thank you for sticking by this really rough show. You guys know we've had tech issues in the past, but it's been a hell of a long time. And I feel like the only explanation I have is I self-created the problem by trying to make me less crazy. Because I hate cables everywhere. And so I tried to cable manage, and it made things worse. So I'm just not allowed to have a neat and tidy office, apparently. Because if I do, things break.
Those cables want to be loose. They want to be loose. They want freedom.
I mean, the only way I can think is, okay, then instead of all the cables running the same way, I got to run them all over the place. I have an even bigger problem.
Yeah.
All right, cables everywhere.
Yeah.
I legitimately, like, if I zip tie them together right now, are they just going to be like, nope, your signal's screwed?
I don't know.
Just slap a rug on top of them. That's it. Just put a rug on top of it.
There is a rug on top of it.
There is a rug on top of it.
But that doesn't change. They got to run up to the table. My roadcaster's not on the ground. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Roadcaster on the ground, manage it with your feet.
I mean, you could.
Imagine that, though. Manage it with your feet. It is doable. You just got to slide some sliders and tap some buttons.
It's doable.
I can do it with my feet.
It's doable.
I mean, my dog would slobber on it. That wouldn't be good.
No. Your dog
I
might sit on
might
it.
trip on it. That wouldn't be good. And plus, guys, you know what my favorite part of every video I make is? When I do the opening wide shot and you see the roadcaster, and I'm like, that is one sexy piece of tech.
It is.
And now I'd have to show my feet to show it off. That's just.
You can start an OnlyFans.
No one wants to see my feet. Literally, I'm not wearing shoes right now, and I'm not lifting my foot any higher than it already is.
Yep.
It's just off camera right now. Just
I don't
below
know anybody who wears pants during the podcast. If you wear pants, you're weird.
I'm wearing shorts.
You're not wrong.
See,
I'm wearing pajamas.
the reason that I have to make sure I'm wearing bottoms is because sometimes I have to stand up, like I had to today, to deal with things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, I would just be rocking boxers and call it a day.
I mean,
because it is humid as hell. I don't know what is happening.
What it is. Yeah.
It's not supposed to be this humid this time of year. It's getting colder, but we're humid. I can't. What? I thought it was just me being frustrated and stressed out, and then Eric looked up the humidity. It's like, no, it's actually legitimately.
It's actually more humid right now. It's
legitimately
87% now.
It's actually legitimately humid. Because here's the thing, humidity is what gets me. If we were in cool weather, let's say we're in hot weather out in Arizona, I'm good. It's the humidity that gets me. So even though it's cooler temperatures here, humidity gets you. You start moving around, you start sweating because of the humidity, and then you can't stop. Even though it's cooler, you can't. It's factually not that hot in my office right now. But because of the humidity, once you
It's
sweat, it doesn't stop.
It's insane.
It sucks. You can get in the cold shower, get out, you're wet. You're just gonna stay wet. It sucks.
Yep.
You can't.
And I've got dehumidifiers, but when it's this bad, there's only so much they can do. And I can't run the one in here because it's loud as hell during the show. I'm surprised the camera didn't crash.
Right?
It doesn't like humidity either.
No. No, it does not.
It doesn't like. Well, no, it's not crashing because it's not factually hot in here. That's why. It's not actually hot in this room. We just feel warm. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
I did a thing.
You did a thing.
I did a thing.
What's this thing?
So
You made a tweet?
No.
I was gonna say that's a record.
On Friday, you and I will both have a copy of the Mario movie. The old one.
What?
You bought me a.
I went on Amazon and just bought the Mario movie. The old
you
one.
just buy a physical copy?
I did.
Wait, they sell a physical copy of the movie?
Of course they do.
Should just buy it and burn it.
Wait. Is it Blu-ray or DVD?
DVD.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, I was about to say I have no way to actually play it, but I can play DVDs in the car.
Ah, nice.
Yes, honey, we're having a car movie night, watching the Mario movie, the old school one. Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah.
We'll drive through the movie theater to pick up the movie theater popcorn. What? You're gonna be like, oh, I'll switch it to digital?
No.
The only reason I don't have a player, guys, by the way, is because I don't have my Xbox Series X anymore. I have a Series S. Otherwise, I would literally have a Blu-ray player. I am planning to get a PS5, hopefully before the end of the year. That has a Blu-ray player, and I can play everything with that.
Does the Xbox Series X have a Blu-ray player?
Yes, it does, but I have the Series S.
And how about the PlayStation? Well, I have the digital. Never mind.
I should just tell Eric, I know you paid for it, but want to trade Xboxes?
Yeah.
I play it more than you. Come on, give it.
I mean, you could just get a.
I'm literally buying it, and I'm gonna burn it in the episode.
I mean, you could just buy an external Blu-ray USB.
Did you tell? Wait, Yulia, did you tell Eric happy birthday? It was his birthday a couple days ago. I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'll get my boobs ready. What are you getting your
what?
Wait, honey. Whoa.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Wait,
I'll get my boobs ready for his birthday?
Wait, what?
What is...
I'm confused.
So you're watching the movie with her in the car? I'm not invited? What? Now we know what the Mario movie does to her. Holy crud.
Wow.
I did not expect that. I thought we were talking about, next year we'll bring our kids to the Mario movie. And you're just like, I'm getting my boobs ready. what? Okay, mine are ready too, hon. Let's go. What is happening?
I don't know.
Thank you guys for joining episode 70 of the podcast. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Obviously, half the podcast a little somber, but real life hits sometimes. You guys stay safe and happy out there. You can catch the audio version everywhere audio podcasts are heard. In fact, we'll try to actually get all the episodes up tonight, including this one, if we can. Because Eric has time, obviously, because we're not sitting here running up to midnight like usual, because I have to make a video.
Yeah, right.
But you guys are awesome. You guys can go check out Mike Odyssey as well. If you haven't checked out his latest episode of the Nin Topics podcast, what have you been doing? It's going viral. 10,000 views. I mean, come on, buddy. Harry McIntyre? Are you kidding me? Woo!
Heck yeah.
It'll probably be my last interview with a voice actor for a while. I'll take a little break from that, and then I'm gonna start interviewing YouTubers. I
So
already got my
basically, just as he got momentum, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Thank you for the success. I'm out. Peace.
To quote,
Peace. Here's the thing. I know I'm the first episode of his YouTuber one, and it's like, but our audience is crossover. What is it? I don't. What? But you're not gonna grow from that.
Yeah.
Who knows? You might do it, and then it'll blow up because like all the people that hate me will show up to that. Like, oh man, I haven't seen this in forever. What's he been doing?
Dude, I block people. I don't care. I block people. Block. My channel, block. I show them the door. Okay, I got the key. I can lock it out.
I got the key.
This guy was like, because I on the community area, he was like, I'm like, hi guys, I run a family with the channel, so make sure I have kids and adults, all ages here. So if you get excited, make sure you don't use foul language or whatever. He goes, I don't agree with this. This is I believe free speech. Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to make sense of some math that was thrown at me in the chat. So Nats is like, just give Eric $100 and your Xbox for the Xbox Series is equal exchange. But $500 system for a $300 system plus $100 is still $100 less than the Xbox Series X new,
And a hug.
and that's used. So we're gonna argue, used value $400, but then this is used, so then the value of this goes down. So no matter how I cut that math, it feels like he gets a raw deal.
I'm used to it.
The hug.
I'm just like I'm sitting there
I'm used
trying
to
to
it.
add this
Yeah.
up, and like no matter which way I slice it, it's him that's getting screwed.
Yeah.
Oh man, just because he had extra $100 cash he wasn't planning to have. Oh no.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, he could just go sell his Xbox and get more than that.
If I really wanted to, yeah. But
Anyways, guys.
yeah, with Mike's podcast, it just reminds me of like.
Oh yeah,
with
are you supposed to be on it with me?
I don't know.
Right? Weren't we both
I don't
supposed to be on it?
No, it's Eric and Nate.
Well,
Both.
then we really got to schedule this out.
Yeah, yeah.
Eric's schedule is
Yeah.
like
Especially for this month. Is
I'm
insane.
lucky to even get him on a podcast. So.
Yeah. So
what he's gonna do is he'll be like, so we're going back to back podcast one night, so I
mean,
can record mine.
yeah.
No, so basically what we do is just take one of the we'll merge one of the episodes and we'll make them this podcast and our podcast at the same time. Only I'll be asking you guys questions live on TV.
live.
Live.
So basically, Mike just said, "I'm just taking over your show and calling it a day."
Yeah. There you go.
It's,
Wait.
I'm trying to figure out how this works. So we already did the show here, but then you upload it over there.
Yeah. I'll be dressed as Larry King that day. Mike King.
Oh my gosh!
With the
I'm gonna have to get the fresh Tingle costume going.
Yeah.
Tingle Kula Limpa.
Yeah.
Oh boy, she wants to screw over Eric. Natsu's a guy, by the way. Natsu is a guy. I'm just pointing that. Don't worry. For a while, I thought Natsu and J-Lo were women.
Yeah.
I'm not. Did they know? I call them she all the time, and they didn't
Oh, yeah.
bother to correct me for like a year.
Because they thought it was
Like
funny
a
as hell.
year. They were probably laughing every time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, oh, you're dudes.
By the way, you're dudes. Yeah.
Cool. I had no idea, so I can't blame you, Josh. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys check out the episode everywhere that podcasts are heard. You can also check us back next week, every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, live on the Nintendo Prime Podcast YouTube channel. We also do other live streams here. Typically this week, all the live streams actually been at the main channel because I've been making less content over there, although that's getting all sorted out now. So you guys are awesome. Stay fresh. Stay happy. Love your life. Tell someone you love that you love them. Peace out.
Later.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I used to end a lot of